You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. Always good to have you with me. Jason Lieberth of JBL Sports Ministries introduces children to a variety of sports through his sports camps. The camps help children decide on a sports they like before having their parents spend a lot of money on buying sports equipment. Well, Jason also uses sports as a way to introduce children to Jesus Christ as well. Good to see you, Jason.
Good to see you, Leon.
Yeah, JBL Sports Ministries, huh? Yeah. That's the mission, what I just said, huh?
Exactly. Our slogan is one head coach and that we are all assistants. With obviously our one head coach being God, but we're all part of the hands and feet to make the world a better place.
What was your inspiration for beginning JBL Sports Ministries?
I actually got my start at Erie Side Church being a league director for an upward basketball league there. And from then it just kind of took off. I decided that more fundamentals needed to be in the game, and at that point I played travel sports my entire life and decided that some parents need a little bit of a break.
Yeah. on your shirt there, I see on your shoulder, right, on your chest right there, JBL, we see an athletic ball, and inside that looks like the Bible and a Christian cross.
Exactly.
Tell me about that.
So we chose this because I wanted sports to be an important groundbreaker to introduce ourselves to all kinds of people that might never talk to me. But we put the Bible and the cross on the inside. Remember, that's always going to be the heart of sports. And then we chose the colors as the darkness of the world, but the light of Christ is always shining through.
The blood of Christ, the red, right there. You've got three components in this organization, and you kind of touched upon those components. What happens now with your organization? How do parents get involved?
Well, the first one is Upward Stars Cleveland, and that actually has its own website at upwardstarscleveland.org, and that is our performance division of Upward Sports. So we do the travel teams and development academies for kids a little bit more serious about sports. The second one is when we talked about the Genesis Sports Discovery Camps, where it's a cheap way to learn about sports, learn about Christ, and basically try out some different things. And the last component is just, it's private training and a little bit of kind of a sports church is the next goal that we've got in mind.
Let's go back a little bit. Your kids can try out for sports to see if they like it before the parents put some money in buying equipment. How does that work now?
So what we do is we try to find and partner up with different places, whether it's a church or a school, but to give us some gym time at relatively cheap prices, and that way we can keep a two-day camp under $25 for parents, and we try to do one sport each day, so basketball or baseball, and just let kids get a feel for the game. You're not going to get a lot of in-depth instruction, but just to try out and make sure it's good. And at the end, we also give a bag just like this that actually Leon is getting as an early Christmas present. And there's a Action Bible in here, which is a really cool Bible that is drawn by a Marvel creator, just to open up the Word of Christ to sports and hopefully get them excited about sharing.
Give that out. Well, that's wonderful. And this way, they can find out also about whether they want to play the game or not.
Exactly.
And the parents can find out about it. But there's a strong faith component in all of this now. Why do you find that? I know why you find that out, but why you find that important, but I want you to tell us why you find it important.
I find it important because most of my life I played sports at a competitive level, and I never had coaches that stressed the mental toughness and the compassion part of Christ. And after going through what I've gone through in my life, I understand that yelling and making kids run too much isn't the way to get them involved in sports in the community. So instead of pushing kids to get college scholarships and pushing kids to put all their heart and life and putting their faith into the sport, if they put their faith and their love into what they can do, you can hit your highest potential. And your highest potential might not be a pro basketball player or a pro baseball player. It might be having a great experience with one of our camps and being an awesome coach to give 25 or 30 kids that experience and have them love the sports and love the game and know it's just a tool and not the end game.
How wide a community do you serve, Jason?
I represent 7 counties. So I go all the way from here to Canton and then Geneva all the way over to Lorraine.
Okay, but Cuyahoga County all the way down to
Cuyahoga's in there. Oh, yeah.
So, what's your vision for the organization? Where do you want to take it?
One day I want this to be actually a free sports training instead of having any kind of charge to it whatsoever. And eventually I want to parlay it into a sports-based church where we can basically reach the people that are playing in tournaments every weekend and very involved with their kids and give them an opportunity to have the seeds of Christ planted in more of a sports-like mentality.
I want to put a website on the screen there. We've got that at the bottom of the screen. That's jblsportsministries.org.
Yes.
jblsportsministries.org, and there's a phone number of 440-669-1181. You see that at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
The screen as well. How long have you been doing this?
This will be about 1.5 years right now. I've started out on my own. I left my job the day after Christmas on a complete prompting and with the the grace of my wife letting me do it. So, and it's really cool. And I've got a couple other things here.
A couple of things. So, now, obviously a baseball.
I brought a baseball. We talked about football before. And this is just a reminder, Leon, if you're not a baseball player, I'd love you to give that to somebody as a reminder to keep playing and having fun no matter how good or how bad you think you are at it.
I am a baseball player, and I love the game. I love the game of baseball right there. And you've also brought let me get a shot of this while we're doing this on that camera right there. And you've got something, what's that say on there?
This
on the ball right there.
The ball has the website, so jblsportsministries.org, and then it says one head coach, and we're all assistants, as a reminder that we're all here to serve Christ for a greater purpose than just winning a championship.
Yeah, and you brought a shirt with you as well.
I did bring a shirt. This one's also for you, Leon, so happy, Merry Early Christmas.
Yeah, thank you. That's awfully nice with the JBL logo on there, and this is your motto, one head coach, and we're all assistants. That's really what this is about, isn't it?
It is.
All of us being assistants. So leave us with a final thought. Take 10 seconds and say why this is vital for you.
It's huge because I want people to realize that compassion in sports is awesome. We've got 3 great camps coming up for December 19th, the 21st, and the 22nd in North Royalton and Wadsworth. So they can go to upwardstarscleveland.org and get a little bit of break while they finish their Christmas shopping for parents, a little bit of Jesus and sports for their kids while they're out finishing up what they need to for the holidays.
Or they can make a phone call on that number.
Or they can call me.
That number, 440-669-1181. More information.
Exactly right, Leon.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you so much.
Jason Lieberth, JBL Sports Ministries.
Appreciate you, Leon.
We appreciate what you do. We appreciate everything you do. And you're absolutely right about one head coach. I'll be right back in just a moment. This is Kaleidoscope. But first, this break.